Hello everyone, welcome to CloudOps Craft. Today we are going to discuss about Linux file management for DevOps engineering. So files are where everything lives, like configs, logs, scripts, and binaries. Today we will cover the full toolbox like a create, read, inspect files, archives, and comprehension, checksums, syncing, and copying, and a safe backup workflows. I'll explain each command and option so you know exactly what it does. Okay. First, we will start with the core file commands. Okay. As usual, we will have theory plus hands-on together. Okay. So first, we will focus on core file commands. Okay. First is touch. Okay. So touch, what it does, it creates an empty file if it doesn't exist. Okay. You have to use touch and file name. Okay, so what it will do is it creates an empty file if doesn't exist. If the file exists, it updates its timestamp. Okay, access and modification. Okay, so with the help of this you can create an empty file. Okay, so here the thing is you can't write any content here. Okay, if you want to write content, then you have to use echo. Okay, here just you can create an empty file with the help of fetch. Okay, second is cat. Okay, cat and a file name. Okay, using cat you can print the file from top to bottom. Okay, using cat you can print the file from top to bottom. Most of you know about cat. We have another command also, okay, which is stack. Okay, stack and file name. The major difference between cat and tack is cat prints the file from top to bottom. Stack file will print the like a file from bottom to top. Okay. If you are an entry level engineer, then definitely even in interviews they will ask this question. Okay. If I want to print a file from top to bottom, what I need to use? If I want to print the file line by line from bottom to top, then what I need to use? Like that they will ask. Okay, so you should be clear with this. Okay, so why like where we can use cat? Okay, we can use cat for small files or when piping into other tools. Okay, like a cat file, and you can use grep and you can use some keyword to fetch exact line. You can use stack when you want the most recent files first. Okay, so the thing is, if the file has a single line, okay, cat and tag appear identical. Okay, reversing one line does nothing, right? So it will be the same. Okay, let's practically do this. Like practically, like we will create some files with this command. So this is my server. Okay, this is AWS VM. Okay, it's just I launched it for Linux OS. Okay? So it's Ubuntu based solution. Okay, now we are going to use touch and we are going to create a empty file. Okay, so touch, if I do ls. Okay, I'll just create one file. Okay, using touch sample. So if I do ls, I just created some sample file, but I will not have anything here. Okay, so if you want to create an empty file, then you can use uh fetch. Okay, now I'll add some content. Okay, with the help of AI. This is like since we are going to learn like cat and tag also, I'll just add line by line. Okay, like line 1, line 2, line 3. Okay, now I'll save this. Now we will use cat. Cat, what it will do, it will print the file from top to bottom, right? So cat sample. Now you can see it is printing in the right order as we written from top to bottom. If I use stack sample, you can see it is printing from bottom to top. Okay? So mostly we'll use stack if you want to view the latest changes or last change. Okay? Next commands is ed. Okay, this one all we will frequently use ed, tile. Okay, let's discuss one by one. Ed. What ed will do is it shows the first n lines. Okay, it shows first n lines. If you are providing a head hyphen n 20 means first 20 lines it will display in your file. Okay, so head for first n lines. Okay, n is based on your need. Okay, you can, if you want to display first 50 lines, then you can use 50 here. If you want to display first 5 lines, then you can use 5 here. Okay, next is tail. Tail, what it will do, it will show the last n line. Okay, so what it will do is it will show last. For example, if I use tail hyphen n 20 and file name means it will show last 20 lines. Okay, and if you use tail hyphen f, okay, it will show the file in real time. For example, if you are going to view for logs and all, you can give tail hyphen f. Okay, you can see like real-time logs. Okay, it will be used for log streaming. Okay, so like why DevOps team uses this, we will use it for quickly inspect the file header. Okay, top of config or file it. Okay, tail to see recent log lines. Okay, tail hyphen f we will use to essential, like it is essential during live debugging to follow logs while reproducing issues. Okay, so how you can use all these things, for example, uh like we will just go with 8 first 8 hyphen n 20. For example, I am reviewing logs. Okay, so slash where slash log syslog. Okay, it will display first 20. Okay, if I use tail again here, it will show last 20. So here you can see it is starting from 1648. Here you can see it's starting from 949. Okay, so it means it will display first, like first 10 lines. Tail means last 10 lines. Okay, if I give tail hyphen f, okay, it will show live logs. You can see cursor is here, right? So if there is any log is streaming, then it will display. Okay, mostly we will use this for reproducing issues. For example, if you are reproducing some issues, then we will continuously monitor logs, right? On the time we can use tail hyphen f. Okay, next is less. Next is less with file name. Less, and you can provide the file name. Okay, we will use this for preferred page, which means it opens a page reviewer, does not load whole file into memory. Okay, it will navigate with, we can navigate with page up and down. We can search with patterns. Okay, here mostly where we will use this less is inspect large files safely. Okay, you won't accidentally cat ml tgp file. Okay, we will use search, jump, and pattern follow while debugging. Okay, so for example here, if I use less, see, it will showing only few lines. Okay, if I scroll down, it is showing remaining. If I scroll up, I can see the front, top lines. Okay, this is how we have to use less. Okay, and if you want to come out of this layers, just press q in the keyboard, it will come out of it. Okay, next you need to know is more. Next is more with more and file name. More is like a older pager. Okay, less featured than less. Okay, it is mentioned for historical reasons. Okay, I'll suggest you to go with less. Okay, rather than more. Next is nl for number line. Okay, and file name. Okay, what it will do is it will show each line with a number, useful when instructing someone to edit a particular line number. For example, you want someone to edit 20th line, but you don't know which is 20th line. Then you can use nl and your file name. Here it is showing number, right? So it will be very useful when instructing someone to edit a particular line number if he is working with terminal. Okay, so this is more useful feature. This also we will use in our day-to-day work. Okay, next is File and file name. File, you have to use file. This is NL, okay? Uh, you have to use a file and a file name. Where we will use any idea, if you have any idea, let me know in the comment section. Okay? File and a file name. The thing is, we will use a file, okay, to inspect the file's magic bytes to guess its type, whether it is a text file or binary file or gzip or jpeg. Okay? So to understand its like type, we will use file. For example, now I'll use a sample itself. File sample. So it is showing it's a text file. If it is a zip file, then it will show zip. Okay. If it is a jpeg, then it will show jpeg. Okay. Use cases, mostly you receive a blob and you need to know whether it's a text or compressed or an executable. You can use file and you can get the type. Next is stat file. A stat and file name. Stat and file name. Okay, what it does, it shows inode. Okay, it shows inode metadata, size, access, mod, change times, blocks, devices, inode number, uid, gid, everything it will show. For example, if I use stat, okay, stat slash etc slash password, here you can see, okay, it's showing all the details like blocks, IO block, like inode, links, uid, gid, like modify, change, birth, everything it will show. It will show very detailed information. You can determine exact timestamps, inode issues, size, and permission at, at a glance. Okay. So next is read link. Okay. You can use a read link. Okay. Read link also we will use in real time. Read link -f. You can provide the path. Okay, what it does, it resolves symlinks to absolute canonical path. It follows symlink chain. Okay, for example, if I use uh, read link -f, okay, and I am using Python path, okay, user bin Python, Python, okay. So it will display if it is having any chain chain like a symlink chain, then it will display that. Okay, for example, if I provide three, if I remove three, then it will show the, because it is not a symlink. Okay, it just shows read link. Okay, if if it is doesn't have any read link, then it will just show. Okay. Use cases, you can debug broken symlink. Mostly we will use read link for symlink. Okay, symlink issues. Okay, to verify target path, yeah, symlink points to. Okay, next that we are going to discuss is weaving and extracting structured content. Okay, weaving and extracting structured content. First is grip. What is the purpose of grip? If you know, just pause the video and let me know on the comment. Grep is a searching text. Okay, it's a searching text tool. Okay, for example, in log file, if you want to view error, okay, then you can use grep. Example how you can use is grep error, okay, and you can provide the path where you want to check the error. Okay. So here there are so many tags also you can use. Okay, you can use grep -n. Okay, n is for print line numbers. Print line numbers. Okay, and it will be helpful for referencing. Okay, and you can use I for case insensitive. And you can use -e. Okay, for extended rejects. Extended rejects. Okay, and you can use -p. Hyphen P for Perl compatible. Okay, powerful but depends on build. Okay, hyphen R also you can use for recursive, okay, through directories. And even you can use hyphen O. There are so many flags out there. Okay, hyphen O, hyphen O to print only matched part. Print only matched part. And you can use hyphen color, okay, equal to auto also. What it will do, it will highlight matches in terminal. And even you can use hyphen line hyphen buffered. Okay. Useful for streaming pipelines, prevent grip from buffering output. Okay. For example, I want to check for log, okay, in where log means, then how I can create the grip command is grep hyphen r. What is the purpose of hyphen r? Hyphen r for recursive, okay, through directories. Okay, and I want to include equal to store dot log, okay, and the error is the keyword that I want to search. Error, and the path is where I actually it's a sudo, you can see. So this is how you can, if you want to search something, this is how we have to okay, this is how we have to use like a grep command. Okay. Mostly we will use to find error lines across as many logs. You can see all our error lines is denied, error, denied error. See, since I have used grep in arrow, it's showing all the errors. You can see showing only errors. So like that, if you want to search something, for example, some names also you can use, it will share that relative lines here. Okay. It will be quick checks in CI logs of our fail keywords. Okay. So the thing is, mostly what we will do is we will not review line by line in real time. Okay. If you want to only view the error in some file, then we will use grep and we will review it. And even you can use cut, okay, to select items. This is grep. Next is cut. Okay. We will use cut for select lines. Cut for select columns, not lines. Select columns. Okay. What it will do is it will extract fields from lines based on delimiter. Okay. Common flags is hyphen D is one of the common flag, which is delimiter. Okay, default tab. Okay. Next is hyphen F for field number. And you can this is the possible common flags in cut. Okay, so how you can use, for example, even in previous classes and all, we worked with the users and all, right, slash etc slash password in the time. So you want to list only usernames. Okay, then you can use cut and you can achieve. Okay, we can uh, I will show you how to do it. For example, cut, we can use cut hyphen D. This is one of the flag that we are using, and I'll use colon colon hyphen f1, and I'll provide slash etc slash password. It will just list usernames. You can see it is listing only usernames. Okay, like that you can use. Okay. For example, if you are working with CSV file, but you need only second row of CSV file or third row of CSV file, then you can use like a cut and you can do it. Now you can see in like for example, if I normally use cat hyphen etc password, you can see it is difficult to like identify username here, right? So what I'll use cut, okay, and I'll only filter the username. This is how you can use this. Next is word count. A word count also it will be needed in some cases. Okay, WC hyphen L. It will count the lines. Okay, WC for word count. For example, if I want to count number of I want to return number of error lines, okay, then I can use wif and I can count the words. Okay, for example, in previously we have used like here, right here I can use hyphen wc hyphen l. It will show 112 lines totally. Previously we saw some error logs, right? It has total number of 112. Like that you can easily know how many number of error lines it is showing. Next is awk. Have you ever used awk? If yes, just let me know on the comment for what purpose you have used awk. Field aware processing. Okay. So AWK treats each line as record and splits into field. Okay. Powerful for parsing structured text. Okay. So important built-in is here you can use FS for field separator. Okay. And OFS is for output field separator. And you can use NR, record number, NF, number of fields on current line. Okay, all these built-in things you can use. For example, I want to print username and UID from slash etc slash password. Then how I can use AWK? That only I am going to show you. So AWK, okay, hyphen F in curly braces. I'll just use print $1, $3 slash etc password. You can see first and the third only printed. Here you can see this is the full, right? 1 2 3 in print what I have mentioned 1 and 3 only. So 1 and 3 only I am getting here. Okay, if I want 1 and 2, then I can use 2 here. I can get 1 and 2. Okay. Like that you can split. Okay, if you need, for example, it has a nine, okay, 9 fields, but I need first and last one, then you can use then you can use awk and you can get it. Okay. And for example, if you want to print only users with UID greater than 1000, here you can see, right? Uh, we have user ID like UID 1000. Okay. If I want to print only if user ID greater than 1000, okay, I want to check how many things, or how many users I have. Then what I can do again, I can use AWK hyphen F 3 is greater than or equal to 1000. Print 1 is the user, right? UID. Here you can see this are all the users. Okay, these are all the only users with UID greater than or equal to 1000. Okay. So like that, even if you are working with CSV, if you want to sum something, okay, then you can go with AWK. So hyphen F here, hyphen F indicates the sets the field separator colon. Okay, and here you can see $3. If $3 greater than 1000 is a condition. If true, the action will print. Okay, print is executed. And here $1 and $3 are reference field. Mostly where we will use is for quick reports. For example, if you want to total something or if you want to average something with the extract columns from logs and generate summaries, then you can do it. Okay. And widely one more thing also we will, which is find. Okay, finding files and bulk action. So find, I hope most of you know this. If not, you no issues, here you will understand. Find, what is the purpose of find? It we will use find for search file system. Search file system. plus run command. Okay. So basic examples is, for example, if you want to find something under var log, then now you can form the command find slash var slash log hyphen type f hyphen n for name, and I'll provide a log file, anything that ends with log, and modified time, modified more than 7 days. So since it's more than 7 days, I use plus 7. Okay. Here type F is there, right? It is files only. I want to search only files. I want to find only files, and a name hyphen log is there. This is just a pattern I am using to search name pattern, and this is modified more than 7 days. More than 7 days. So only I have used plus 7. More days, more than 7 days ago. So let's check. Let's do this. We will check what we are getting. Find slash var slash log, okay, hyphen type name, okay, log hyphen m time plus. It will show like a permission denied we are getting it. We can use sudo, since it's sudo privileged files we are getting. You can see. So these are all the files that was modified more than 7 days ago. Okay. So this is how you can find the files. Here also there are so many flags, you like maximum depth, user, okay, files. You can find the files by user. You can find files with the help of permissions. Okay. Common flags also I'll explain. So when there is a need, you can utilize those flags. Okay. Well, coming to important flags with find is first is max depth. Okay. For limit recursion. Next we will use hyphen user, which is filter by owner. Using this you can filter by owner. Next is hyphen perm, permission. Okay. For example, you can use hyphen perm 0777 means it will check the match permissions and it will display the line like files according. And you can provide even size, match by size. Okay, even you can use hyphen delete. Okay, use with use carefully. Okay, it ensures your criteria are correct. You can always send find with hyphen print or list results before hyphen executable rm or delete. So mostly find is very useful to find files across folders, directories. Next is X arguments, xargs, ARGES. It's a build command line from standard input. How you can use this X arguments. Any idea? If you have any idea, you can let me know on the comment. So how you can do is, for example, if I use X args hyphen 0 gzip, then what it will do? X args reads the input from find, okay, and hyphen 0 tells X args that the input is separated by nulls, which means from hyphen print 0, not spaces or new. This gzip indicates is applied to each file name. Okay, mostly we will rotate logs in var log. Okay, compress them to save space, but make sure file names with spaces don't cause error. Okay. Next we are going to learn is compression and archive tools. comprehension, archive tools. First is star. We will use star for archiving. For example, if you want to create a zip tarball, okay, if you want to create a zip tarball, you can use star hyphen czvf, okay, and you can provide the file name if you want to create a tar, okay, tar like a gzip, okay. So I am naming this as a file dot tar dot gz file name. You can ask what is the purpose of this. C for create, okay, Z for gzip, V for verbose, and F for file name. Okay. So now we will create a tar for our sample file. So this is our sample file, right? Tar hyphen C for create, and Z for zip, V for verbose, F for file name. Okay. And file name I'll just provide it as a sample dot tar dot gz, and I'll provide file name is sample because I'm going to tar my sample file. Okay. I have done this. If I do ls, you can see I have created the tar file for sample. Okay. So you can ask then now I have compressed it, but how I can like extract this, like that you can ask. For that also we have command, that the command is tar. You have to use for extract hyphen next for extract, okay. uh, like xzbf, okay. So and you can provide the file dot tar dot gz, okay. Extract gzip verbose file. Previously we have used create, here we are using extract, okay. X for extract, okay. Even you you can use like if you want to change the target file, then again you can use hyphen c and you can provide the target here, but here we don't have that need, okay. So you can use this to extract. For example, if I want to extract, since I am already having sample, but still I show you better. I'll delete this sample file. Now we have deleted. Now I am going to extract the file from this sample.tar.z, okay, using extract command or hyphen x that bf under file name. Now you can see we have extracted file from this is how we have to extract. If you want to inspect without extracting also possible. For that you can use star hyphen tz under file, like this also you can do, okay. Here useful option is strip. You can use star with the strip, for example hyphen strip hyphen command components equal to 1. What it will do, it will remove n leading path components when extracting. How you can use this is for example, if you are untarring any package, okay, so tar xzbf sample under strip hyphen components equal to 1. You can use hyphen c and you can provide the path. For example, I'll provide opt opt, okay, it should be a capital C opt slash f opt itself. Let it be. So this is what we have to do. What it will do? Why tar we have to use quickly? Because it preserves directory structure, permissions, and symlinks if used with the hyphen p sometimes, and it is standard across the CN. Apart from this, you can use gzip, g unzip. Okay. So gzip, what it will do? Any idea? Gzip, what it will do? It will compress a file, right? It will make it smaller. Okay? G unzip, name itself indicates, right? It will decompress, yeah, .gz file. It will decompress, yeah, .gz file. Okay? It's fast and gives a good enough compression. For example, I want to zip my, I want to zip my sample file. Then how I can do it? G zip, okay, and file name sample dot sample. Okay. If I do ls, you can see sample dot gz. It was created by this gzip. Now I want to unzip again. Then what? How I can do? Which is simple. Z zip sample dot gz. If I do ls, this is how we have to use. Actually, like apart from this gzip, you can use bzip also. I don't know whether you heard this previously. Bzip also, bzip also possible. Okay, bzip 2 by b unzip 2. Okay, bzip we will use to compress using a stronger algorithm than gzip. Okay, it also compress only. What it will do, b unzip will do decompress. Compression is better than gzip. Okay, smaller file, but it's slower. Okay, for example, you need better compression, then you can go with bzip. How to do that? How to use this bzip command? B zip to sample. Okay, we have to install this up. Just we will install this. Now we have installed it. Now I'll execute this command. Now if I use ls, you can see instead of gz, it is showing bz2 because we have used bzip. Okay, again to unzip, what I need to use b unzip to, we have to provide the name. Again it was unzip. This is also possible. And even you can use zx, okay, to compress with the highest compression among the three. Okay, the file becomes very small but compression is much slower. Okay, it is best for long term storage and archival when speed doesn't matter but space saving does. Okay, so you can use xz, okay, and you can provide the file name. If I do ls, you can see sample.xz. Okay, there are various ways is there to come. Okay, you can use zip, you can use star, you can use bzip, you can use zx. Okay, so if even if you're attending an interview, if they ask how many ways to compress a file, then you can explain these ways. Okay, so again, if you want to unzip this, you can use unzx. Okay, uh, except, okay, un indicates decompress sample dot exit. Again we decompress it, and even you can use zip also. So all these ways are possible. Okay, gzip is fast, good for quick compression. Okay, b zip 2 is smaller than gzip but small but slower, rarely used today. Okay, while coming to xz, it's a best compression, slow, good for archiving. Zip is best for sharing with Windows Mac users, supports multiple files. Okay, zip is like fast car, bzip2 is like a slower car but carries more. Exit is like very slow freight train but a huge capacity. Zip is like easy for everyone to ride, cross platform. Next is rsync. Any idea on rsync? If you have any idea, then you can let me know in the comment section. I can understand your perspective. Rsync, we will use rsync for efficient sync. Okay, what is rsync? Rsync is a smart copy tool. Okay? Instead of copying everything each time, it copies only what has changed. That makes it fast and efficient for backups and deployments. Okay, think of it like packing your travel bag. You don't repack everything every time, right? You just add remove cloths that change. The same scenario only. So you can use rsync and you can only copy what has changed. Mostly in DevOps we will use rsync, okay, because we will use rsync for backups, deployment. Why we will use rsync for backups is keeps servers in sync, okay. Only differences copy. And we will use for deployments. It will send only changed files instead of re-uploading the whole app. Efficient. It saves time, bandwidth, and the storage. Okay? And you need to know about checksum also. As a DevOps engineer, you need to know about checksum and verification. Checksum verification. So, any idea on this checksum? If you know, just let me know on the comment. Okay, checksum. Actually, checksum is a digital fingerprint, okay, of a file. Every file, a photo or a backup or a video, has a unique pattern of bits inside it. A checksum tool like SHA-256 sum reads the file and generates a long number X string that represents it. If even one character changes in the file, the checksum changes completely. Why do we need checksums? To verify file integrity. Okay? Make sure a file didn't get corrupted during transfer. Example, because of network glitch or disk error. Okay, detect. We can even detect tampering. Like ensure uh, no secret modified the file. Okay? No one secretly modified the. So example is when you download software from the internet, many sites provides a SHA-256 section because you can compare it with what you downloaded. If it is matches, file is safe and unaltered. Okay, how you can use a checksum is, let's say you created a backup file. Okay, consider this is our backup file. Okay, now I want to create a checksum means how I can do is SHA 256 is one of the checksum tool. Okay, so HSA 256 some backup, not backup. I'll provide the file name .gz and I'll write that with the same sample dot tor dot gz dot such a 256. If I do ls here, I have another file with SHA, right? What it will do, these commands, what it will do is it will read the backup file, like which is our sample.tor.gz. It generates its fingerprint, SHA-256 fingerprint, and it saves it into a new file called sample.tor.gz.sha256. This dot SHA-250 file looks like this. Like for example, if I do ls, well, okay, in real time, it will have some like hashes, and it will start. So how to verify? For example, how to verify a file? Okay, for example, later or another server, you can check if the file is still intact. Okay, so now this is the backup, right? How you can check this? Okay, with the help of SHA, some hyphen C, we can provide the file that we have created. Okay. And it should we should get message as okay. See, we are getting okay, which means the file is exactly the same as when the checksum was created, which means no one modified this once we extracted it. If someone editor or corrupted or partially transferred the file, you will see like a failed. Okay? So otherwise, even it will show warning. One computer checksum did not match like that. Okay, so for security purpose we will use, okay, for file integrity checks and all we can do with checksums. Okay, it is okay, which means we haven't made any changes after what I can say, after creating a backup file. So like that you can use MD5 also. What's the difference between MD5 versus SHA-256? Now we have used SHA-256. Like that you can use MD5 also. MD5 is faster but outdated and weaker. Okay, hackers can create collisions. Okay, like two different files with the same checks. But while coming to SHA-256, which is very stronger, okay, more secure, modern standard for integrity check. So only I have used SHA-256. So in DevOps, mostly we will prefer SHA-256 or SHA-512 instead of MD5. Okay. Real world DevOps use cases first is backups. Okay. After syncing files to backup server with rsync, we will generate and compare checksums. Okay. While coming to deployment, we will ensure Docker images or app binaries were not corrupted while copying. As well as while coming to downloads, always verify ISO images or software packages. Okay. So this is all about this video. If you like this breakdown, subscribe to Cloud Ops Craft. We will simplify DevOps and cloud concepts every week. Thank you.